Today is Global Accessibility Day, which really made me think and reflect back on my experience with accessibility. I was born with cerebral palsy and I use a power wheelchair to get around. And I was born in the 70s, so I was in line with the movement trying to make things more accessible, to really prepare the world for people of all abilities to be able to participate. And they have made a world of difference, making schools forced to be accessible, making businesses accountable to being accessible. Just because we have a disability doesn't mean our money does. So by allowing us to go in, we can actually actively participate in the world. But as I look back in the last 20 or 30 years, even though we made things possible, which is amazing because I would never experience it otherwise, I don't think accessibility is simply enough. As we need to move forward, we need to focus on the outcomes of experiences that customers or people with disabilities experience. Before, we measured simply the capability or the output. Is it accessible, yes or no? But now I think we got to measure what is the experience of that journey once we can access a business, once we can access a service. Because what I've been finding as a professional with a disability, I'm left to be forced to be, you should be thankful that you can do this. You should be thankful we accommodated you. That's no longer enough. I believe people with disabilities not only deserve accessibility to participate, but they need the same customer experience every business is trying to provide to be able to keep business and retain business. Because if you just make it possible, that's just a thin string. That's just kind of holding the experience hostage. I want to encourage designers to continue build an inclusive experience that I enjoy. I've done things like travel, which even though I can travel, it hasn't been the same experience I would expect a non-disabled customer, a non-customer with a disability to have. Even simply getting my wheelchair serviced, I would expect the same kind of customer service experience that car dealerships provide with their high-end cars. So I'm pushing us forward. I'm saying we should reset the goalpost. Let's not settle for accessibility. That's table stakes. Let's create a wonderful experience. And when people ask me what companies have done it well, Microsoft. Their recent Microsoft 365 has made it accessible out of the gate. No longer do I need independent voice recognition. And if for some reason I can't get out of the house, I can use Teams to get through. Scotiabank's latest bank app. I can do the banking as simply as anyone, and I got to do it from day one. That is a phenomenal inclusive experience because accessibility does not equal inclusivity. And I always say my cerebral palsy isn't what holds me back. It's the environment to be able to set up and accommodate my disability or cerebral palsy that holds me back. So let's create great environments that provide great experiences. We owe it to the products we create because these are going to be our new customers that we're going to need to do, and services. We need to give them the experience so they keep coming back. Because as more products and services become accessible out of the gate, businesses are going to need to compete for our business just like they do with anybody of any ability. So let's not settle for accessibility. Let's push for awesome experiences. Thank you.